Like a lot of things in the world, things change, including makeup. Over the last several decades, makeup has changed extremely, and I decided to create a video showing all the makeup trends from over the last several decades. And with making this video, I grew a passion for makeup from decades ago. I realized where our makeup trends from today come from, and that's very inspiring to me. So I am hoping you guys like this video as much as I liked filming it and sharing it with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy. In the 1900s, women sought after the pale look. Women often used lemon juice to be used as a toner to achieve the right complexion. So I'm just going to go in with a toner, and after I am done with that, I'm just going to be going in with a moisturizer. Moisturizer was very popular back in the 1900s since foundation wasn't around. So I'm just going in with this, and then after that, I'm just going to go in with the setting powder. Powder was very popular back then. And then after that, I'm just going to go in with a little bit of a rosy blush and apply that to my cheeks. And then go in with the lip stain because the bitten lip was very, very popular back then. By 1910, cosmetic innovators arrived. Makeup played a huge role in helping the woman recover from war. So in this 1920s makeup, I'm just going in with a glue stick and trying to conceal my eyebrows as best as possible. In the 1920s, many of the flappers had their eyebrows pointed in a downward direction, so I try to recreate that as best as possible. And once I'm done with that, I'm just going to go in with a blue shadow stand. After that, I will just go in with a black pencil liner and do that to my waterline. And I'm just drawing like a thick line underneath there, and once I'm done with that, I'm just outlining my lips a little bit. The Cupid bow shape was really in, so I tried to outline my lips a little bit more than I would usually do. And then after that, I'm just going in with some rosy blush. The 1940s had a look all to its own. Confident updos rather than red lips and arched brows. So to start off this makeup look, I'm just going in with a darker foundation than I would normally wear. In the 40s, they did wear darker foundation, so I'm just taking a beauty sponge and just blending that into my skin. And then after that, to set it, I'm just going in with a setting powder and applying that all over my face. And then once I'm done with that, I'm just going to go in with a brow pencil to fill in my brows. Like I said before, brows were really in the 40s. Wouldn't be the 40s without some rosy pink blush, so of course I am adding that on like crazy. And we can't forget those red lips, so I'm just going in with a red lipstick and applying that to my lips. And before we finish off those eyebrows, we're just going to go in with a wax pencil to make sure they stay in place all day. Back in the day, they used to use Vaseline instead of wax pencils. So now we have the luxury of using wax pencils. And then after that, I'm just going to go in with some mascara. The age of makeup entered the golden age in the 50s. Big stars, Elizabeth Taylor, Natalie Wood, Marilyn Monroe were totally beauty icons. To begin this look, we're just going to go off with some foundation and a beauty sponge to apply that to our faces. And we're also going to apply some concealer because all these stars you saw in magazines had perfect skin, so we must have concealer to achieve that perfect skin. Wing eyeliner made its first appearance in the 1950s, so I'm just going across my eye with some liquid eyeliner and drawing a slight wing. And I'm just lightly filling in my eyebrows to make sure my face is totally on point. And I'm also going in with a little bit of bronzer on a brush and blending it into the crease of my eye to give a little bit of dimension to your eye. And to finish the eyes off, I'm just going in with a little bit of mascara. And then for my lips, I just outlined them a little bit and applied some gloss over it. Gloss was so popular in the 50s. And I gotta say, by far, the 50s is my favorite. The 50s look continued into the 60s. Elegant eyes, pale pinks, and loads of powder. The cat eye look for the eyes of the 50s kind of disappeared, and emphasis went back to the lashes. The 1960s was the retro decade with style and makeup. To begin this look, we're just going in with a little bit of foundation and applying that all over our face. And also taking a little bit of concealer and concealing any imperfections and then blending that out. And we definitely have to set it with powder, so we're just going crazy with the powder and setting our face. And once again, the blue shadow is making a comeback, so we're just taking the blue shadow stick and applying that all over our eyelid. And in the 60s, the 2-layer liner look was very popular, so I'm just going in with the pencil liner and lining the crease of my eye and then also the lash line too. And then we're just going to blend it out with the shadow brush. And of course, we can't forget about our brows, so I'm just lightly filling in my brows. And for mascara, I'm just going in with my mascara wand and just taking it to my bottom lashes, making sure my lashes are very emphasized. And I accidentally got some mascara on my eyelid, oops. And I'm just taking a little bit of a red liner and just applying that to my lips and then going in with a pink lip because this was the popular lip look in the 60s. And there you go, you got your retro glam look. Women during the 1970s worshipped the tan athletic and the natural look, and they wanted to look simple and effortless. So I created the most naturalist look I can think of. So I'm just going to start with going in with some foundation and a beauty sponge and just blending that into my face. And to set it, I'm just going to be taking my pressed powder and just applying that all over my face. And I'm just going to be taking some bronzer and applying that to my cheekbones to give more of a glow. And then after that, I'm just taking some brow gel and brushing through my brows. Because back then, they just used clear mascara to run through their brows. So I'm using a little bit of a tint brow gel to set my eyebrows. And just for a natural eye look, I'm just going in with a little bit of bronzer and adding that to my crease of my eye. And then just taking a little bit of shimmer and putting that on the base of the eyelid. And then just finishing that off with mascara and a little bit of lip gloss. Every decade had its own style, and the 80s definitely had its own. The 80s was definitely branching out to make things bigger and brighter. So I'm starting off with the same makeup from the 70s and just adding a crap ton of blush. And once again, bringing back that blue eyeshadow pencil and applying that to my eye. Blue eyeshadow has been repeating itself for decades, and it's back in the 80s. And now we're just going to take our black eyeliner pencil and apply it to our upper lash line and just smudging that out. It doesn't matter how messy it is. You're just going to be taking some false eyelashes afterwards and applying them to your lashes. I thought the purple ones would just be more fun, so I applied some purple false lashes. And just lastly, paired it with a little bit of pink lipstick. The 1990s. It influenced many of the makeup trends that are happening today, and it's relatively tame compared to the 80s. So once again, just starting out with some foundation and a beauty sponge and just blending that across my face. And then after that, just setting it off with some pressed powder. And then I'm just going to fill in my brows. And then moving on to shadow, I'm just taking a little bit of bronzer and applying it to my crease once again. This definitely gives the grunge look of the 90s. And then I'm going to move on to adding a little bit of blush to my cheeks and a little bit of bronzer as well. And then I'm just going to take my black eyeliner pencil and just kind of smudge that into my upper lash line. And then for my lip, I'm just going in with a darker red lip liner and just applying that to my lips and then going in with a nude lipstick. And now fast forwarding to almost 2 decades. And makeup past has influenced a lot of our makeup today, from the wing liner from the 50s, from the bronzing in the 70s, and from the false lashes and the mascara of all past decades. The makeup community has grown so much. It's unbelievable. It's amazing to look back and see how much we have changed over time and how makeup has changed. It's honestly such a blessing. Here's my take on our makeup today. So I'm starting off with some primer. I'm just priming my face completely, and then after that I'm just be going in with some foundation and applying that all over my face, and then taking some concealer and just concealing any imperfections that I may have on my face. And to set it all, I'm just going in with some pressed powder and just blending that into my face. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to start contouring my face. This is something different that hasn't been seen in the last decades. Contouring has changed the makeup game, and I'm forever thankful for it. So I am just contouring my cheeks and my temples and even my nose. And after that, I'm just going to be taking some blush and just adding it to my cheeks to add a little bit more color in my face. And then after that, I am going to be highlighting. Highlighting and contouring, honestly, like I said, changed the game. And I'm just going to be highlighting my cheekbones, my nose, my under my eyebrows, my chin, and my cupid's bow. And then I'm going to move on to my eyebrows and just filling them in like I would almost on an everyday basis. And then going in with a brow gel to make sure they stay in place. And I'm also taking a little bit of highlighter to highlight underneath my brow bone. And then moving on to my eyes, I'm just taking a little bit of an orange shadow and applying it to my crease and blending it out. And then I'm going to be taking some black and putting it in the outer corner of my eye and just blending that into the orange brown shade. And of course, to add a little bit of color to incorporate the 80s, I am just going to add a little bit of pink and purple to my shadow. So I'm applying that where I had leftover space. And I'm just going to add some wing eyeliner because it wouldn't be the same without it. And once I'm done applying the liner, I'm just going to take some false lashes and I'll stick them to my lash line and then go back over with some eyeliner to make sure we're not having any glue gaps or anything. And then going in with some mascara to blend my natural lashes and the fake lashes together. And then after that, I'm just lining my lips